Okay. Let me share my screen. So I hope you are able to see my screen, right? Yeah. Okay. First, let me introduce myself. This is Manjuna Ravindran. I was having 18 years of experience in SAP Basis in HANA Administrator. I was working with the different clients. I worked as a freelancing. I worked for the freelancing projects and as well as I should do the regular job as well. Okay. And coming to the my professional experience, so there was a we call it as a brownfield implementation, the greenfield implementation. So I worked for both scenarios, like a greenfield and the brownfield, and I worked for the infra migration from Linux to Windows or Windows to Linux and Windows to some other platform like AX or Unix. We call it as a different flavors we have. So I worked on those scenarios and as well as I worked on the database migration from, like, let's say legacy databases to HANA database. Okay, because the many of the companies now they focused on migrating their systems to HANA database. That is one scenario. And the coming to upgrade projects. So where we were in old versions and we were migrated successfully migrated to some of the latest versions in SAP from S4 HANA 2021 to 22 and ECC to S4 HANA. Excuse. Yeah. And I worked on support projects as well. I used to lead the team with the 15 members where we were having L1, L2, and L3 support team. So I was having the good team over there. And also I worked on the different sectors like telecom, banking, and e-commerce, and as well as the consulting, as well as the freelancing. So these were the sectors I worked for. And also I worked on the different infra platforms. We call it as a Linux, Windows, Solaris, AX, and all different environments. I worked on it. And coming to the database, I was having the experience in the Oracle, SQL, HANA, and MaxDB, the DB2 scenarios. Okay, I have certification for SAP HANA and as well as the SAP Administrator, and I was having different certifications. Okay, I certified for the cloud as well. This is about my career and my experience. Okay, and thanks for giving time to explain about myself. And let's go into the topic now. Okay. Today we joined here for SAP Basis and HANA administration demo. So just before going to the SAP, let's have a basic conversation. So what is mean by computer? Do you guys know about the computer? And just a small request before going to the session. And let's keep the session as a interactive so that you will get some comfort feeling where you can start conversation with me so that it will help me to understand your thoughts and where you are in exactly. Okay, let's keep it in an interactive session. Okay, so what is mean by computer? Why we are using? Anyone? It's fine. What is mean by computer? Why we are using?
Computer is the application system
Okay.
and the database analysis is using in computer.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so you see here everywhere in nowadays without computer or without mobile we are not able to survive. Correct? Now we are in that situation. so far, so far the generation got changed in different ways. And earlier, when we were in the initial stage, the computer, if you want to use the computer, that was a big task. Then nowadays, it's a fingertip. Whenever you want to use it, whenever you want to operate, everything will be get it through the fingertips and all. So now, the point number one, why computer? Why we are using the computer? And so if you have a laptop or the computer or desktop, okay, will you able to access it directly? That means, let's say you have a hardware here. This is, let's call it as a laptop. Okay. This is a laptop. Okay. The human, let's say me, I'm Manju. I'm the human. So I'm trying to access the computer. Am I able to direct access the computer without any operating system? Will I am able to do? No. The reason is I can directly feel the physical hardware. I can see it. But if I want to convey my thoughts to the system, I mean physical hardware, I need someone to pass my message because the computer is not ready to accept my words, and I am not ready to take the computer outputs. So who is going to help here? In between there is a person called, operating system. In between there is a person called operating system. Operating system, we call it as a OS. So in the layman language, and you are using your laptop, so what is a common operating system we are going to use? It's a Windows. Why we are using Windows? It's a very user friendly, and whenever you want to open anything, if with the fingertips, like if you double click anything, you may able to see all the data, all the options and anything. So it's like user friendly. And this other thing, the human mentality and the kids mentality always used to be the different colors. If you want to see everything in the black and white, you may not be see it. You may not be able to entertain those scenarios if you have a color visualization and all. So you will feel comfort, and you will get the interest to watch all the things. Okay, now coming to the actual scenario, why we are talking about the computer and what is the major role and what is the importance here in the SAP basis to understand this concept. So here, to access one laptop, how we are dependent? We dependent with the operating system. So can we call this scenario as a hardware and software? Like to access your laptop, we dependent with the hardware and software. So if you want to perform anything, if you want to use anything, totally it's a physical hardware and the software combination. So it's a combination of hardware and software. And it's come to the mobile also, it's the same thing. It's a device. To access or you operate your device, it's required operating system. Android is an operating system. When it's go to the Apple, it's an Android system. Sorry, Apple's Android operating system. My bad. Okay. So every device totally dependent with the two aspects. One is a physical and as well as a software. So with the combination of these two only, it used to work. That is the major role here. You take any of the example. So mobile or laptop or desktop or anything. Okay. This is like a software and hardware combination. Okay. And coming to other scenario, coming to other scenario. So the hardware and software, we talked about it. So now how we are relating our SAP with the hardware and software, how we are calling these two, why we are talking about the hardware and software. So as I was ever keep on saying, so so there is a hardware here. There is a server. In the layman language, we call it as a system or server. So this server, I have installed my laptop here. I have a laptop. On top of this laptop, we are going to build our SAP system. Can we go and build our SAP system without installing any operating system? No. The reason is the reason is we supposed to have some software to be installed here, some software to be installed on top of hardware, that is software application software, operating system software, we call it as a Windows or Linux, whatever it is. On top of that, we are going to install the SAP. To use your SAP application, to access your SAP application, it is totally dependent on hardware and software. Without, without, without hardware, will you able to perform anything? No. You have a hardware, you don't have a software, will you able to access your SAP system? No. So until unless we have these two combinations, we may not be able to access or use our SAP system. Okay, so here question, sir, you are always talking about the hardware and software. So I don't have a background of the hardware. I never learned anything about the operating system. I never learned about the hardware also. I don't know. Will I am able to fit here? Exactly. You are going to fit here. The reason is it's not mandatory to know hardware or software because my background is MBA. and I was having MBA marketing. Just imagine, I was having MBA background with the MBA with the marketing. So I changed my career to this. So how? The reason is this operating system or hardware, whatever we are talking, right? This hardware will be taken care by infra team. Infra means there is a Linux admin or Windows admin or whoever is there, infra admin will be there. They is going to take care. This is also part of them only. This is also part of them. We are not going to, we are not going to, we are not going to take care of these two aspects. We are not going to take care of these two aspects. The operating system, it's like a Windows or Linux, whatever it is. We are not going to take care of those things. Okay. And coming to the where we are going to coming to the picture, once the infra team ready or make everything kept ready, then we'll coming to the picture and we'll start installing our SAP application. Why we are going to build the SAP application? Because we are SAP admins. We are SAP admins. That means we are going to operate anything until unless basis completes the task, none of the SAP user is going to use the system. So basis person is the one of the critical resource in SAP platform. The reason is if anyone want to do anything, there is a thousand consultants are there. Out of those thousand consultants, if any one of them want to use any system, if they have any issue, the right person is to go is a SAP basis consultant. Is a one and only one person who is going to resolve those issues. So we have the type of criticality and importance in any project. Okay, until unless you complete your installation, until unless you complete your configuration, we may not be able to, I mean, other guys may not be able to access the SAP system. Now, let's go and see some slides over here. Okay. Let me open the PPT. So, okay. So I was just, this is for, I don't want to show you the screen, I mean, PPT. I don't want to read each and every lines. Okay. I'm not into that point. I used to be talking in the real-time scenarios. I don't want to explain you in the theoretical part. Theoretical part, I can just give you the information. First, I will explain you. Then I just show you the document. Then I will go to the real-time scenarios. Okay. Practical and the real-time scenarios I used to focus. Okay. So we were talking about the computer parts and all. So why we need computer and all, what is the programming and all, how it's going to convey our information to hardware and how hardware is responding back to SAP, sorry, respond back to the human. So what is the dependency with the hardware and software here? See, I just explained everything here. What is hardware? What is software? And different types of hardware and software. If you see here, there is a programming software is like something Java, Python and all programming software. Okay, system software, you can call it as a operating systems like what you called Windows, Linux. These are the system softwares. And coming to the application softwares are nothing but SAP, what you called SAP and all Oracle related things will come to the application related softwares. The other example is Notepad++. And whatever the applications we are doing, those are comes to the application related softwares. And now coming to other scenario, in SAP we call it as a client and server architecture. So before going to the SAP, let's go and have some other discussion. So do you know, anyone knows about the Gmail? Did I ask a wrong question? Definitely it's a wrong question because everyone knows about the Gmail. Correct me, right? Okay.
Yes.
So Gmail is a one of the interface where we are going to access our mail ID. So without any account, will you able to directly log in? No. The reason is we need to create an account, then only we may able to access it. So this Gmail is a interface where it might be hosted. It might be hosted in, let's say, US. They have a servers in USA. They have a servers in USA. Okay. And I'm sitting somewhere in Singapore. I'm sitting somewhere in the Singapore. Okay. This is Singapore. I'm sitting here. From here, I want to access I want to access this Gmail server. How can I access? Through internet. Through internet, right? Without internet, we may not be able to. Without internet, we may not be able to use this Gmail server. Okay. Now, I just browsed gmail.com, and what it is asking? It is asking for username and password. So, am I directly accessing the server? No, I'm accessing the server. I'm accessing the Gmail server using Gmail client. Gmail client. I'm accessing Gmail server using Gmail client. What is the client here? The client which I'm accessing from the browser, which I'm accessing from the browser. This is the browser. With using of this browser, where I place the Gmail details. So here I'm placing my username and password, where it is allowing me to access the Gmail application to place my information. I'm not directly accessing the servers. I'm just using one of the client to access the server. So Gmail is also one of the client and server architecture. So without client, we may not be able to access Gmail server. Is that correct? Is that correct? You might be having the question, sir, I'm using the mobile. So where I'm accessing through mobile app, I'm accessing. Yes, mobile application also one of the client, and you are using the WhatsApp. The WhatsApp also you are using one of the client application. It's like a whatever the application you installed in your mobile, that mobile is having the application. You are not having the server. Server might be hosted somewhere in UK or US or Singapore or Canada. Okay, you are just accessing server through the client to place your information. Okay, sometimes you may observe slowness in the server side because this server might be full. Sometimes there might be a network issue. That time the WhatsApp may not be work, or the Instagram may not be work, or the Facebook may not be work. You might heard about these scenarios like there is an issue with the server, Gmail server, there is an issue with the WhatsApp servers and all. Why? Because there might be a unexpected user load. There might be a unexpected user load in the Gmail server or the WhatsApp server. So this is like a whatever you are nowadays, whatever you see, everything is like a client. You are just accessing your client. Through the client, you are accessing the server. Without client, we may not be able to access the Gmail server. So this is one scenario. Why we are talking about in SAP also we have a same scenario. We have it. Let's go in into the screenshots whatever I mentioned here. So we'll talk about the client scenarios. So whatever we talked about client and all, it's about the client architecture, client and server architecture. So next screens, I will explain about the client and server architecture. You'll get more clarity over there. So before going to that, you guys are having any question, please let me know. Let's have a small break here. Anyone? Am I going fast? Is everything is fine?
Which is fine. You can go
Okay.
ahead.
Thanks a lot, Vivek. Okay. So you might heard about the ERP. What is ERP? Anyone knows?
Enterprise resource planning.
Enterprise. Okay. Anyone? Is it correct? Okay. So enterprise resource planning. ERP is one of the product with using of one product. If you are able to perform any project, let's take if you want to perform insurance. So insurance type project. If you want to perform some pipeline related project, there is a health related project, and there is a utilities, like let's say power bill generation, whatever it is. So utilities related projects, and coming to the telecom related projects, banking related projects, everything. So if using of one product, if you are able to perform all these type of activities, we can call it as a ERP product. So why we are saying this ERP product, why we are talking about this ERP product. So in SAP, if you talk about SAP, SAP is also one of the ERP product why we are calling SAP as a ERP product is, let's say, ABAP. There is a module called ABAP, SAP ABAP. So who is this ABAP? What is this ABAP? ABAP is for the developers. So let's say if you want to develop something and if you have a background of coding language, so some of the guys, they want to go for only the development side. They want to write a codes. So they will go for the development side where it is a ABAP functionality. Let's say someone want to go for only financial sector. So they have a finance related. So let's say now there is a project here. Let's talk about the Airtel project. So what this Airtel will do, Airtel having the, if you want to maintain Airtel database, what we used to have, we used to maintain the table customer information will maintain. Okay. So to maintain this customer information, we may need.
Hi Manju, I'm not sure. In between your voice is stopping.
Is everyone
For
are
5
having only
10 seconds in between it's stopping.
okay? Is everyone is having Sritech team?
No, like we can hear you proper.
Okay, my bad. I will try to check it. I think I don't see your name. I see it's Realme. If you want, can you change your name if you don't mind?
Yeah, sure. I will.
Okay. So, okay, I will take this point. And coming to the Airtel. So Airtel means it's a one of the telecom provider where we used to get the SIM cards and where we used to access our browse our calls and all. So we have a, whenever you take any SIM card, your number will generate, your name will be added into the customer list. So that is a customer care information, customer information. And coming to the other point, to maintain this customer information, they need some employees, right? Employees. So employees salary and all they need to provide. So further they need a HR system. Here they need a CRM system. Okay, there is a CRM system. Okay, and coming to let's say they want to generate a payroll and all, payroll related. Payroll, it's something here they need a financial system. Okay, so if you see whatever I've written here, and let's say the customer is using the phones outgoing balance or everything whatever they are using, so that can be taken care by utilities related, let's say ISU or SAP BRIM. So there is a different modules. So these two modules, whatever the modules I mentioned, BRIM, ISU, FI, HR, CRM, these all are part of SAP. These all are part of SAP. So to perform one project, I need different resources. Like that, it's only telecom I talked about. If you go to the finance sector, banking sector, if you go to the industrial, oil and gas, and if you go to refineries, or if you go to, let's say, nowadays, everyone knows about the cricket, right? So the cricket, you may see the information stating that this batsman is playing so and so score. If you play in this way, or this team is playing having so and so score within next 6 hours, if 6 overs, if they play for this speed, they may reach so and so target, right? So how they are protecting those information? Those are from SAP Analytical Cloud, using of SAP Analytics. They are getting those information. So the cricket, whatever we are talking, this entirely mapped with SAP. Their data entirely updated or mapped or what you called migrated to the SAP. So if you see in the corners also SAP logo over there, because one product, if you're testing means that product having that much of capability to make different projects across the world. Let me show you. So why we are calling SAP as a ERP product? Why we are calling as a SAP as a ERP product? So if you go to here, if you see screen here, okay, if you see here, this is a finance related in SAP. We have finance related. There is a module called FICO. With using of SAP FICO, we can able to perform this. The production operations. We have a different type of production operations scenarios in SAP. Okay, there is a HR. HR is nothing but we have a HCM and HR module we have, and we have planning and all that. This come to the planning scenario. There is a solution manager for monitoring and other scenarios we have. So inventory management, we have a module, and the reporting, we have a other module, and CRM, customer relationship, we have a module, and sales and marketing, we have a SD, sales and distribution, material management. So we have a each and every module, we have whatever the just name it the product, just name it the project, and we may able to fix it with our SAP. So why we are saying this much of confident level, why we have this much of confident level is because SAP is having that much of capability, and nowadays it's growing like anything. Earlier it was not a user friendly, but in the since 10 years it was increasing, like they are expanding their wings. It's like I don't want to explain this thing because you may heard about SAP in multiple factors. So one example I can give you, the Linux, earlier we used to have only the command prompt. If you want to use the Linux in earlier scenarios, that used to be only the command prompt. But nowadays everyone using the Linux because it came to some user friendly scenario. The same SAP also earlier it was like it was not user friendly. Now the latest scenario is last 5-10 years, it was started expanding their wings in the different sectors where people are started working and interested in those scenarios. Okay, that's why nowadays everyone is migrating to the SAP. Okay, and it's not very tough to learn also. It's not very tough to learn because the person is not having pure technical background, not even the basic technical person, not even technical basic technical knowledge. The person is able to survive for 18-20 years in the market. Just imagine, you guys are all graduates, you guys are having the good knowledge in the technical aspects, so easily you may able to track it. That's not a big deal. Okay, now coming to the other ERP products. So if you see, these all are the ERP products, not only SAP. And we have a different ERP products, Oracle, PeopleSoft, and different factors. We have it in the ERP products and all. So now we just talked about other all scenarios. Let's jump into the SAP perspective. So why we need to understand SAP? What are the scenarios we have it in the SAP? Okay, so I don't want to take much time. I don't want to confuse you in the different factors. I just take a small things and I'll explain you. Okay. Now, what is SAP? So SAP is having different processes and different modules, different analytical skills where they may able to complete their project without any other dependencies. Okay, without any other dependencies. But we should know which one is the correct for this project, that we need to identify. Okay, now coming to the other factor, like what type of SAP scenarios we have when they started the SAP. Now coming to the SAP inauguration information, they started SAP on 1970s from German. They introduced the SAP. So they started with the SAP. Earlier, initially they started as a R1, that is release 1. Okay, release 1. They call it as a release 1 in 1990s, 1970s. And then later they upgraded their system to R2. R2 is like a release 2 and two-tier architecture. And coming to R3, the old one, legacy one. Now we are using R3. It's a legacy one, three-tier architecture, and release 3, and now we are using 4th generation innovation. So S4, we are currently using these two scenarios. What is these differences and all? I'm going to explain you in this session itself. Bear with me for some time. Okay, so SAP used to have a R1, R2, R3 scenarios, and it's S4 is like a 4th generation innovation. Whereas there are different scenarios in the R1, and why they changed to R2, why they changed to R3 and all, we can check it here. If you see in your mobile also, so earlier you might be having basic features. So in 2010 onwards, if you see 2010, there was a small mobile. In the later 2015, there is a big mobile. The screen got increased. Earlier it was keypad, then it changed. Now there is a slim phone with, you can see it's like it's a glass phone, and now we can see that the foldable phones, and you can see the different varieties in the phones. The same way there was an innovation happened in the SAP factor also. They started using different scenarios, and they enhanced all the scenarios in the SAP, And now we are using a legacy R3 and as well as a 4th generation innovation thing. So how we are going to use and all, everything we'll check it here in the next screens. Okay. And now coming to the industries where SAP is going to support. And if you see, as I said in the initial screen itself, it is going to support in the different industries, let's say oil and gas and the chemical factors and the paramedical. And if you see, another thing is like a consulting and support. And if you see the utilities nothing but a power generation or what you call water bill and all everything, the clothing and all everything you can see. So it's a different industries it's going to support. Just imagine whatever you see, you're only the 28. It's a very old data. It's a 28. So if SAP is going to support on different sectors, so how big the company is, just imagine those things. Okay, how much the product they have, how many customers they were having. So because if you see oil and gas, we have a different oil sectors, right? There was a chemicals and the what you call health related. I went to Vision Care or something where they were doing the billing with using of SAP application. Okay, I went to one of the supermarket. They were having 10 to 15 stores. So I went to the supermarket. They were billing also happening through the SAP only. So there was a retail store, Reliance. So if I when I went to the Reliance, I saw that they're also using the SAP product only to do the billing and all. And coming to what you called the telecom, I said, right? I worked for one of the Idea product and as well as the Airtel. There was the Asian Paints. Asian Paints also using the what you called SAP product. So there is a different sectors they are using. Okay. Now let's go and see. So what exactly this is SAP product. So in previous scenarios, SAP used to support only the big scale industries. They were not having any small scale industry support. So later SAP introduced the small scale industries scenario as well. Whereas there was a business one scenario is like a, let's say there's small scale industries, supermarkets or in small industries and all 100 members or 200 members, there they're going to use a business one scenario. It's like a one software is required where you can perform all the things. It's a small compact package with that they may able to use it. And coming to the business demand or business suits and all, it's based on the requirement from the customer. Let's say they want to update only the customer information. They will take for CRM information, CRM support. So they want to go for the warehouse related, analytics related. They will take a support of warehouse related and all. So these are the same thing. Whatever the customer is expecting, with that we are going to install it based on the customer request. And this is a product version. So if you see the graphical interface here, how it is accessing, how it is going from variations and all from R3 and ECC, NetWeaver, and how HANA came into the picture, everything we have. And coming to the SAP model, SAP. So now you may see the different modules, the technical consultant and as well as the functional consultant. Okay, technical and the functional consultant. So if this guy want to work, who let's say this guy want to work financial or CO, SD, MM, PP, QM or PM, what is CM, PS, everything, whoever is there, if they want to work, this guy is supposed to work. Without this basis resource, none of the resource will work. Because we are going to build our system, because we are going to build SAP system. Until unless we build SAP system, they may not be able to work. And also, if they are working and they observe some slowness, they observe some performance issues, they observe some other issues, the request will come to the basis. Without basis resource, they may not be able to survive. Okay, that is one word I can say. And coming to the other thing, let's go and see how SAP screen looks like. Okay. So this is a beautiful SAP screen. We can call it as a SAP logon pad. SAP logon pad. SAP logon pad is like one of the interface We call it as SAP Logon Pad as well as SAP GUI. GUI is nothing but SAP Graphical User Interface. SAP Graphical User Interface. SAP Graphical User Interface is like whatever the server hosted in some other location, we are just accessing our server sitting from some other location. Let's say I'm in Mumbai. From Mumbai, I'm accessing the server which is located in the Singapore. Okay, and this server, whatever you see it in my screen, this server is belongs to one of the Singapore customer. This is a live system, guys. This is a live system. That means whatever I'm accessing, if I change something, it's going to impact entire customer. Okay, this is one of the production live system for the one of the customer called BAB. So this customer is hosted in Singapore. This customer is hosted in Singapore. I can tell you how whether it's Singapore or not. I will show you. Wait, BAP. I'm just logging to the system, and the left side, right side one, whatever you see, right side one, whatever you see. 1 second, yeah. The right side one, whatever you see, this one is like a SAP Logon Pad. With using of this Logon Pad, I'm accessing the SAP system. Without SAP Logon Pad, I may not be able to access SAP system. So you may understand now what is the importance of this SAP Logon Pad. Okay, now I just logged into the SAP system. So if you see here, so what is the time now? It's at 11:30. The system time is 11:30. Hour is 9 o'clock. So 2.5 hours difference. It is in the Singapore time zone. Okay. So this system belongs to one of the customer. And whatever I'm going to explain you the scenarios, those are all belongs to the real time only. Okay. I'm going to explain you the real time scenario, but I'm not going to give the access of the real time system. But I can show you all real time scenarios, whatever I'm having it. And whatever the mail communication I used to do, I used to show you. And I don't know whether other outside of my team, outside of my institute, other team is going to show you or not, I don't know. But I will show you how the mail communication used to be happens with the user and me. I can show you that part. So let me show you that as well. So this is my conversation, what I used to do. So I used to send a mail stating that if we have any issue with the customer, users and all, so we used to send the communication. So I will show you the communication. So this is how I used to send. I sent the mail stating that so and so things happen. So what was the requirement and what we exactly supposed to do? I shared the information. So whatever it is, if it is something which is going to help you, I definitely will show you the mail communication whereas you may able to understand the concept easily. Okay, this is one thing. And this is, as I said, it's a SAP login screen. And we are going to give you the two server accesses. One is ECC, one is S4HANA. ECC is something related to the older version, and the S4HANA is like a latest version. So why we are giving the two servers is, so whenever you go to the real time, you should understand what is the difference in the ECC and what is the difference in S4. Okay, so that you can easily able to get the understanding of the systems. Okay, that's why we are going to provide you these two server accesses. That is one scenario. And coming to the course content. Okay. Now this is the course content. What exactly we are going to follow? And I never take this point, because the real-time scenarios, whatever we used to have, and the real-time issues, whatever we used to have, I used to follow those things. So I don't want to take this a negative point. I'm just giving the information. So we are going to cover the introduction of SAP and the landscape, what is the landscapes and all, installation of SAP, and coming to the user administration. User administration means how to create a user, types of users, and what is the importance of the user administration, who is going to take care of the user administrations and all. So whatever the missing authorizations and all, we are going to talk about the user administration. And coming to the client administration is like, as I said, we have a different modules, right? So how to segregate the data, how the data is moving from X system to Y system or Y system to Z system. So those type of things we'll check it in the client administration part. So CCMS monitoring is like a centralized monitoring tool. So how to monitor these things and all, we are going to check it in the CCMS monitoring part. And coming to the background processing. Background processing is simple way I can say. So you are getting a salary on 30th of every month, or the last day of every month, or the first day of every month. So is anyone is going to sit back end and is going to send your data, is sending salary? No, right? They're just scheduling some jobs and just processing through the jobs and all. So how to do the job processing, background job processing, everything will be discussed over the background processing part. So distributed environments and all. So as I said, we have a WhatsApp and Gmail part. So if you see, whenever you are accessing your Gmail thing, just you are executing the gmail.com only. But the backend, it was having might be hundreds or 50, hundreds or thousands of data servers over there. But the late data is going to only the gmail.com. The gmail.com is distributing the load. Okay, whatever the distribution, how the distribution is happening, how the data load is happening between all the systems and all, we are going to talk about it. Performance tuning, how, what are the issues we are going to get, how to rectify those issues, we are going to check it in the performance tuning part. The transport management system. Transport management system is like from one system I developed something. If I want to move to other system, how to move this information and all, we are going to check it in the transport management system. The spool parts and all, printers and all, we are going to talk as part of the SAP administration part. And OSS thing. This is one of the important point and critical also. So OSS is nothing but it's a one of the, it's a SAP service marketplace. It's a SAP service marketplace. If you have any issues, if you want to get a knowledge articles, if you want to download the softwares, everything you can get it from SAP service marketplace. So you should know about the SAP service marketplace. And we are going to talk about the installation, patching, everything, and the DB related. And also we are going to talk about SAP HANA administration as well. These are the different activities we are going to talk it in the SAP administration as well. Okay. I'm done with the session. Please go with the QA. Anyone?
Hi Manju, good morning.
Yeah. If you don't mind, one by one, please. Yeah. Dinesh.
Yeah, thank you. So, good morning. This session is for how many months? I mean, this trainings.
Yeah, it's like 1.5 month, like let's say 30 to 45 sessions roughly.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Oh, and the timing should be on
8 to
same
9.
time.
Yeah.
Morning 8 to 9.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any questions or anything?
Yeah, that's it for now. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
hi,
Vamshi.
hi Manju. This is Vamshi. Like,
Yeah, Vamshi.
like, do like for in, well, like what I want to say is like, will
And
you
one
like
thing I just want to add before that, and I'm good with 3 languages: Hindi, English, and Telugu. If you guys want to ask me any language, I'm fine with that. And session while explaining also, if you have any questions, I can explain you in the local language also. It's fine. I'm fine with that.
అంటే ఇప్పుడు నాకు ఏముందంటే లైక్ ఇప్పుడు అప్లికేషన్ ఇన్స్టాలేషన్ కానీ డేటాబేస్ ఇన్స్టాలేషన్ కానీ మాతో చేయిస్తారని లైక్ అంటే మేము ప్రాక్టికల్ గా లైక్ హ్యాండ్స్ ఆన్ చేపిస్తారా లేదా అని.
Okay. So the question from the Vamsi Krishna is, see, are we going to help us to install the SAP application directly? Yes. How I'm going to help is, so whatever the access we are going to give is only for the application related monitoring, creation, user creation, deletion, performance tuning, the client administration, everything we are going to check it in the we are going to give those access for that only. To install the SAP system and all, if you get the server, if you have the server, I can help you, or if you want the server, I can help you also. That is a separate other than this course. The reason is, last time in the previous batches we gave the server. So what happened, people, whatever the guidance we provided, so they never followed those things. With that, what happened, we lost the data. It was not for one person or two persons, so it was impacted entire my other sessions also. So I don't want to take that risk. So if you want to do the real-time practice and all, definitely I can guide you and how I can help you directly if you have a system. But in my scenario, I'm going to show you the live installation from my side, And if you get the what you call server, I can give you the media also, whatever the media. Normally, you won't get that media outside. We need to download it from Service Marketplace, and I can give you the separate VM for you where you can go and practice it directly.
And also one more thing, you took the refresh and all these topics will be covered here, or like only?
Yes, refreshes, yes. DB refresh and all.
Yeah, yes, and also like performance tuning and all the DB patching and
Yes,
SBC
DB patching, kernel upgrade, and what you call the backup restore, and index creation, table partitioning, and delta merge.
and also upgrades like SAP SR3 upgrade and those things will be covered.
Yeah,
Or...
SAP upgrades. So, not last batch, it was in the July batch. So, I used to do the freelancing. So, that time I got a I got a servers where I can directly show them in the real-time projects and all. When I was working on the upgrade projects, my current company systems I cannot show you. But whatever I'm doing the freelancing and all, right? I'm having the freelancing thing, I can show you directly. But I can show you the documentation in case if we didn't get any live projects. But most of the cases, I will explain you. I will try to show you the real-time upgrade scenarios as well. Okay, how the flow is to work, how to use the sum tool and all.
Okay. Okay, will we is this is for only online batch, or like can we meet you in offline also, like at
Okay.
weekend?
So I will tell you. So I think it's for everyone. Monthly, based on my availability, we used to have an interaction session. Weekends on Saturdays, mostly on Saturdays. So the reason is I used to be available in institutes in institute in Hyderabad for the weekend session. I used to travel from the Bangalore to Hyderabad for the Saturdays, and I made them for a longer time. So because of my travel, I used to travel Mumbai, Bangalore, and Hyderabad. Because of this, what is happening? I may not be able to concentrate on spend on the weekends. So we are planning in this way, like every month 2 weeks, either the second Tuesday, second Saturday, or the first Saturday and third Saturday, or second Saturday or fourth Saturday. We are planning to arrange the meetup sessions. Okay, last week I was not there. Last week I met the students of my previous batch. So that was one of the main reason we are getting the good strength in my institution, because we are arranging the interaction session with the faculty and student, which is helping us to proceed, because of that the students are getting comfort feeling to proceed further. Is it fine, Vamshi?
Yeah, yes. Thanks, Manj.
Yeah. Anyone?
Yeah, bro. Myself.
Manjunath, this is Senthil.
Hey, Senthil.
I have one question. So, is this course suitable for senior people,
Like,
15 plus years experience?
see, uh, last batch, there was a guy called, which he was having the network experience for 10 to 12 years, and he shifted
Okay.
his career from uh, network team to the basis consultant. And I saw other guy called, he was having 10 years of experience in the Linux, and they moved to the SAP stream. So see how you are handling that matters.
Mm-hmm.
See, let's say you have a 12 years of experience. So you are showing the initial five years might be for SAP or non-SAP module. You might be work for Windows or Linux, or you might be work for the Java or Python. So you may say the last 5 years, for initial 5 years you work for so-and-so module and so-and-so course. And last 7 years you are working for SAP, or last 5 years you are working for SAP. If you keep in this way, that might help you.
Okay.
So
But
yeah.
Yeah, I want to put this question this way. How is the opportunity in the market for the senior people?
Actually, thing is, I was having other laptop. I kept everything, the screens opened, everything, LinkedIn screens, everything I opened with the
Okay.
what you called when the posting was happened last 1 week, how many jobs were posted and where the openings and all, what is the minimum requirements and all. And my course content, whatever, I just want to, even not only for the job, I just want to show you the course content and job description. The job description, what SAP, what the recruiter is looking, and how our course content is matching, whether it's matching 100% or 90% or 80%. I just want to show you that part. So last moment I lost the some issue with my laptop, so I didn't
Okay.
I'm unable to show you that part. But there was a good opportunities, and last month also there was a person placed, and he went to the Bangalore. Before that also 2%, which I know closely.
Mhm.
Okay. So who is there starting the career? If you are having the real-time experience and all, they can easily get into the picture.
Okay, so we can enter into the market even if we have some 15 plus years experience with this, if
There is
we
a
learn
possibility.
this.
See, there is a possibility. Yes.
Okay,
See
thank you.
how proactively marketing yourself. That's matters.
Right.
Okay. Anyone?
And one more thing, Manju, like concepts of networking and operations also will be covered here, or like,
Concepts of networking and operating system means. Give me some example.
in for basis, like we need the like networking concepts like computer networking and
Nah. Don't take it in a different way, Vamshi. I will explain why I'm stating this thing is. See, uh, basic thing. If you are calling someone, how you are going to call? Just give me some steps.
yeah, like we will be opening our call and we'll be like entering their number or like with the contact.
Then what happens?
Then like it will be connecting to the person like whom we wanted to
How
through network like
network? So what is happens in the network? Simple way, the layman language I can tell you. Once you place the call, it will go to the network. First, if it is having the balance and all, it will check the balance information. And if the balance is not there, then immediately it will show you are not having the balance. If you have a balance, it will send the information to the person, and it will process the request. Right? I never done any my network administration here. I don't have any telecom background here. Just it's a layman language what I said. So how the flow is happening, right? How the flow is happening. It is the understanding of ourselves. How much we are understanding. We don't need specific skills over there. Just how the flow is to work and how we required. Let's say the Linux and all. Coming to the Linux part. Network is lived over the network, Linux part. So the Linux part, every day we need 5 to 10 commands. So 5 to 10 commands. Let's say I think you are able to see my screen, right? So let's say I just want to create a directory. What should I do here? I will right click and I will create a directory. So, okay, in the Linux, there is a command we used to give, create a directory or make directory. So in my sessions, what I used to do, whatever the basic commands you required, okay, there is a 10 to 15 commands, whatever required. I used to encourage the student to practice those commands. I used to give a task, whatever you are able to do it in the Windows, just go and do it in the Linux as well. Let's say creating directory, deletion of the directory, and create the file, deletion of the file, copy the file, and edit the file. So how we are going to do those things and all, I used to explain in the regular classes. So without any Linux server, you can able to practice it. How we are going to able to practice is there is a different portals where you can practice Linux online Linux terminal. So here you just go and practice here. You will get the terminal here. With this terminal, I will give you the link. I have the link. So with this terminal, you may able to practice all the commands. I can give you the list of commands. I have the list of commands, everything I kept ready. So people are practicing through that. So I can help you with that. Don't worry about that practice sessions and all, about the Linux, how to learn the Linux and all. And you don't need the expert knowledge on the Linux or networking and all. Basic understanding, common sense, that's enough. You don't require much information here. So I just kept some of the commands here. So with explanation. Okay. So with this, you may able to practice all the scenarios. Is that fine, Vamshi?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Anyone?
One last question, like
Yeah, please.
on which database our training servers are hosted? On which database?
HANA.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
The two servers I'm giving, right? One is
Yes,
hosted on SQL. 1 second, guys. Yeah, one is hosted on SQL. One is hosted on HANA. So with the two scenarios, you may be able to understand.
Okay. Like database administration also will be covered, right?
HANA, I'm going to explain because definitely HANA is required nowadays. If you don't want to listen, also I will explain you. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rajesh, sorry. Go ahead.
हेलो सर, मेरा नाम राजेश है।
हाँ जी, बताइए.
वो ఏనా టాలీ ప్రైమే సార్ తెలుగులో చెప్తున్నా, టాలీ మొత్తం ఇక్కడ సాఫ్ట్వేర్ మొత్తం యూజ్ చేసేది టాలీ ప్రైమ్ సార్.
ఓకే.
ఇప్పుడు టాలీ ప్రైమ్ లో వచ్చేసి నేను అకౌంట్ సెక్షన్ లో వర్క్ చేస్తా.
ఓకే.
ఇప్పుడు అకౌంట్ సెక్షన్ అంటే మనకు SAP లో వచ్చేసి ఫికో, ఇది ఫైనాన్షియల్ కంట్రోలింగ్ ఉంది కదా సార్.
కరెక్ట్.
ఇప్పుడు రెండింటికి ఇంచుమించు బేసిక్ ఒకలాగా ఉంటుంది సార్. అది పర్చేజ్ PO అయినా SO అయినా పర్చేజ్ ఆర్డర్ లో సేల్స్ ఆర్డర్ ఉంటాయి కదా, సేమ్ మోడ్యులర్ ఒకలాగా ఉంటాయి కదా.
FICO అనేది ఫంక్షనల్ మోడల్. ఓకే. మనం ఇప్పుడు మాట్లాడుతుంది ఏంటంటే SAP అడ్మినిస్ట్రేషన్. అంటే ఈ ఫంక్షన్ FICO ఎవరైతే పనిచేయాలనుకుంటున్నారో వాళ్ళకి కావాల్సిన సర్వర్ కాన్ఫిగరేషన్స్ అన్ని రెడీ చేసి ఇచ్చేది మనం. ఓకే
సార్, ఇప్పుడు ఇందులో అకౌంట్ సెక్షన్ ఏమి ఉంటుందా సార్? ఇందులో ఫికోలో, SAP లో?
ఫికోలో ఉంటుంది, FICO లో ఉంటుంది. ఈ సెషన్ ఏదైతే ఉందో ఈరోజు రన్ అవుతుంది అది వచ్చేసి SAP బేసిస్ అడ్మినిస్ట్రేషన్. అంటే ఆ సర్వర్ మీరు ఏదైతే SAP ఇప్పుడు టాలీ అంటున్నావు కదా, ఆ టాలీలో నువ్వు ఫంక్షనాలిటీ మీద పనిచేస్తున్నావు. ఆ టాలీ ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసేవాడు ఒకడు ఉంటాడు కదా. సో సేమ్ SAP లో మనం వచ్చేసి అంటే ఈ సెషన్ ఏదైతే జరుగుతుందో ఇది టోటల్ గా ఆ టాలీ బిల్డ్ చేసే పర్సన్ అనుకోరాదు, ఆ వేలో అనుకోవచ్చు. సో మీరు ఫంక్షనల్ సైడ్ ఆలోచిస్తున్నారు. సో ఆ టాలీ బిల్డ్ చేసేది మాత్రం బేసిస్ వాడు. ఓకే
సార్, ఇప్పుడు కోర్స్ ఇది ఎన్ని మంత్స్ సార్? ఇది డ్యూరేషన్
1.5 month to 2 months.
2 months. ఫీజు ఎంత ఇప్పుడు అది కోర్స్?
అదంతా శ్రీటెక్ టీమ్ మాట్లాడుతుంది. నరేష్, ఆర్ యు దేర్? నందిని, yeah, 1 second. Yeah, 1 second, Rajesh. We'll get information.
ఓ సురేష్, క్లోజ్ करना వచ్చేసానా?
Yeah, anyone is having any question?
Hey, hi. Hi all. Regarding the fees and all, we can discuss after the session. I'll assist you about that.
Hi.
Hey, Dinesh.
Hi. Hello.
Hello. Hi, Manja. Chetan speaking here.
Chetan, yeah.
Actually, I want to know the laptop configuration required for the study purpose.
Hello. Hi,
Yeah,
Manju.
sorry. 1 second. I think Chetan was asking something, and one by one, please. Yeah, Chetan, sorry.
Hi, Manja. Actually, I wanted to know the laptop configuration for study purpose. Right.
Study purpose, you don't require anything, because if you have a basic laptop also it's fine, because I'm giving the server. So this
Okay.
server is, you don't need to do anything, you don't need to install anything. Just from your laptop, just go to the MSTSC. From here, get access of my server. I will give the username and password. Once you provide the username and password, you will get this screen. From inside this company network, my company network, you may able to access the servers. Okay.
So basic laptop is also fine.
Basic laptop is also fine. If your laptop is able to help to read the document, that's enough.
Yes.
Hi, Manju.
Yeah. Who is it is?
I'm Vivek. I'm Vivek.
Vivek. Yeah, Vivek. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, currently I'm working into Infosys.
Okay.
Actually, here a joining purpose for only upgrades and only Linux commands.
Okay.
So if you guys are providing server access, so this is very good for us to practice. Actually,
Okay.
basic. Actually, I'm from non-IT. So actually,
Okay.
as a change to SAP, actually, I take actually I
Vivek,
trained.
Vivek,
Okay.
it's fine. It's fine. Just you can explain me in any language. It's fine. Comfortably, you can ask
Actually,
me any.
actually, I trained on basis. Actually, with someone help. Actually, I switched into with someone help. Somebody help. So I need to
Mhm.
learn upgrades and Linux commands. So we need
Yeah.
server apps.
Okay. Will talk. Narration Nandini will help you over there. Nandini, please make a point and we'll talk later.
Sure, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyone?
Yeah, hi Manju.
Hey, Dinesh.
Like, do we have sessions only in the morning, or can we also have at the evening or night? I mean,
What
after
time you are looking?
no. It could be good for me like after 8:30 p.m.
Night.
Mm.
Okay.
No, I
Okay.
mean like are you also giving
See,
sessions at evening or not? Yeah, I just want to know.
evening, one of the batches is going on already. So they're about to complete their sessions in next 1 or 2 weeks.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Okay. So that's what Nandini will coordinate with you on the timings. So current batch will go with the 8 to 9 only.
Okay.
Okay.
So we have weekdays or weekend as well. The sessions are
See,
covered.
if you want, I can take you the dedicated session. It's fine. I can plan myself and I can help you with the dedicated, with the fast track. That is different.
Okay. Thank
Okay.
you. Yeah.
Thanks. Anyone? Anyone is having any question?
Hi Manju.
Hey, Sudha.
Yes, I'm working on Accenture.
Mm-hmm.
I have 3 years of experience on Java. Is this course is suitable for me?
See, Java means what exactly you are doing?
I am giving support on both development.
Okay, so let me put it in this way. So there is no mandatory to have some background over here.
Okay.
Okay. Any
Okay.
background based on your interest, you can able to perform all the things.
Okay.
Okay.
What is the difference between this SAP CPI and this basis?
CPI is like a cloud platform integration. So whatever the
Okay.
applications you have it in the on-prem. On-prem is like a, let's say you are in home. In your home, you have some of the applications. You are
Mm.
integrating your on-prem applications with the
Mm.
SAP cloud.
Mm.
That process it is.
Okay.
SAP basis is like a, see, whatever this CPA guy is doing, right?
Mm.
To take any module in SAP, to work
Mm.
in SAP, whatever the
Mm.
modules they have it, whatever the work they are doing, the basis
Mm.
guy, without the basis guy, they may not be able to perform. You can understand.
Okay. Okay.
Basis is like a core. Let's say a simple
Mm.
example, you are using your laptop. So
Mm.
without operating system, will you able to use your laptop?
No. No.
So we are the person, you can just assume the operating system
Mm.
build or monitoring or performance issues, whatever we have it in the operating system, we are going to support. The same way, that is for the operating system related. Same way, take it up a SAP. SAP is one of the application. We are the
Mm.
admins for SAP. So there might be a n number of consultants working with SAP, right? So if they are having any issue, the basis SAP admin used to support over there. We are the SAP admin person.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay.
We are the simple way. In Corona, people used to call doctors as the first level support or something they used to call, right? So
Yes, yes.
for the SAP, we are that.
Okay.
Anyone? Nandini madam, please take a point. If you have anything, check with them. If not, let's wind up now. Okay.
Hi, Manju. Can you share that link?
Which one?
Linux practice command.
You will get it. Not now. You will get it everything one by one.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you, Manju, for the session.
Thanks. Thanks all.
Thanks, Manju.